Trigger warning. Ghosts, ghouls, and gruesome stuff ahead. It's weird, it's dark, it's your kind of vibe.
Welcome to Haunted and Homicidal, the podcast where true crime meets the paranormal. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Courtney. Every week we uncover the terrifying, the twisted, and the totally unexplainable. Lock your doors and grab your sage.
Because things are about to get haunted and homicidal.
My ghost is named Zachary. That's what I've gotten.
Bitten? Who is she? Despicable. Sister. I don't know what mine is. It's been Martin. It's been a lot of stuff. Hey guys.
What's up?
So you might hear some weird words. They're just like randomly screamed out this episode. We have GhostTube on both of our phones running to see if we can catch anything trying to communicate with us. So sorry about it.
Mine says sad.
Apparently Courtney's is sad.
Apparently.
Don't be sad. We're getting ready to let you have your moment, okay? So, we're doing that. This might be like a usual thing that we do, depending on how this goes. Mine isn't saying anything. I think mine's mad at me.
What is your name?
What? My name is Lauren. What is your name? You know who I am. You live here. I live here. You
Sensible.
know. Yeah, I mean, that is sensible. Okay, thank you. So, my ghost is very pushy, apparently. I'm pretty sure it's a teenage boy or a teenage person. Because when I first got this,
Mine said I'm below. Come back where?
yeah, no. When I first started this, I was in my office and my living room is like out in the hallway to the right. And I put the phone down and it said living room. And I said, what is in the living room? And it said, it said, leave me alone, stupid.
Mine just said listen.
Yeah, so stop talking and listen. Okay, I'm trying to continue.
Yours is very pushy.
Mine is pushy. It wants to know about what we're talking about today.
Okay.
And then my daughter had it on her phone, and I was in the kitchen making lunch.
Mine just said let me show you.
I don't.
Show me what?
No, we're not.
I don't want to know.
It is my turn right now. You can wait. Pushy. You're pushy too. Or maybe it's the same one. It's pushy. You're confused.
Sorry.
It's okay. It is okay. Can you just like chill for a second though? Like, can I finish? And then we can kind of get into it. Okay?
Okay.
So London was in the kitchen. I was in the kitchen making lunch, and London walked in and it said, who is she? And no, why is she here? And London was like, she lives here. This is her house. And it said, I'm moving. But then it said it was hesitant and it didn't move. And then it wanted to fight me because it was like, come outside. And I came outside and it said, bye. So I was like, okay, bye. So hopefully all that was loud enough to have been caught on the mic because that was hilarious. So I guess we will just go ahead and get into it. If we trail off and answer the ghost, it's just because we're trying to be polite. So forgive us, and we'll see how this goes.
All right. So I have, mine's freaking Spanish again, so I'm going to mispronounce shit. So I have La Noria Ghost Town. So nestled deep within the vast land of Chile's Atacama Desert. What about my brother? Lies La Noria, an abandoned mining town steeped in history, tragedy, and eerie lore.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. We haven't gotten into it yet. Right now, I'm fine. Thank you.
You're just kind of polite.
Tell the truth.
I am telling the truth.
This said, bitch.
Right now, I am okay.
Oh, that's funny. Once a thriving hub during Chile's nitrate boom of the 19th century.
Timeless.
Okay. La Noria is now a desolate,
This is strange.
decaying reminder of a bygone era. However,
Disrespectful.
We're not going to get through this episode.
Oh, we can do it. However, it is not its industrial past that draws the curious and adventurous to its ruins. It is its unnerving reputation as one of the most haunted places in Chile.
Okay.
Okay.
Closer.
What you mean closer?
I'm stuck.
You're stuck.
Wait, why is yours pink and purple?
I moved it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Get unstuck. I don't know what to tell you. I'm busy right now. I can't help you.
So it was established during the nitrated mining frenzy that swept
You're listening.
Yes.
through northern Chile in the 1800s. The oldest saltpeter mine in Chile being founded in 1826.
Saltpeter? Is that like, what is that?
Nitrate. That's another
okay.
word for like nitrate, I guess.
First I thought you said soft Peter, and I was like, oh.
Saltpeter.
Salt.
Listen.
I'm listening.
I'm not from here.
Okay.
So where are you
Move
from?
out of my way.
What'd it say?
You're not even.
Scratch.
Yeah, I've got scratches on my arm.
You can't understand.
No, we can't.
Mine's getting mad.
Can y'all let us, like, do this, please? Thanks.
I wonder if it's the same ghost or if we're getting two different ghosts.
I think it's the same one. Because they're both bossy and pushy.
They really are.
Jude.
So his name's Jude.
So mine has said Jude before.
All right, Jude, you little bitch ass.
He might be the teenager with the attitude.
Probably. I don't know. So because it was so popular, they had a railway line connecting the town to
Monster.
Suffering.
Suffering.
Yes, I'm suffering because I'm trying to pronounce this word.
Oh my god.
I don't know how to say this.
Okay.
Okay. So rich deposits of sodium nitrate, also known as saltpeter.
Okay.
Also known as saltpeter, brought prosperity to the region, with towns like La Noria flourishing as workers and their families moved in to build lives around the lucrative industry. Life in La Noria was harsh. The town's What did it say?
Not.
The town's remote location in the Atacama Desert, a place often referred to as the driest desert on Earth, made conditions brutal.
That sounds like it, yeah.
They had intense heat, limited water, and inadequate living conditions took a heavy toll on the laborers and their families.
Oh.
Additionally, reports of inhumane treatment of workers, including child labor and poor wages, are said to have cast a long shadow over the community.
Jeez. Okay.
When the global demand for nitrate plummeted in the early 20th century due to the advent of synthetic fertilizers in Germany during World War II, La Noria, like many mining towns in the region, fell into decline.
Okay.
They had a fire that nearly completely bankrupted the town in 1901.
Oh no. They're just like full of tragedy.
Pretty much. So by the mid 20th century, bitch, I'm sick. The town was abandoned, leaving behind empty buildings, rusted equipment, and an unsettling cemetery that would become the epicenter of its haunted reputation.
Are there any settling cemeteries?
I know, right?
No. All cemeteries are unsettling. Thank you.
Exactly. So the cemetery of La Noria is one of its most infamous landmarks, and its sinister appearance has earned its legend.
Am I dead?
Yeah, I think so.
Outside.
What?
I'm not coming outside.
You said fight me, bitch.
I ain't coming outside. It's cold. Has earned its
Satan.
You're Satan.
has earned
Cold.
its legendary status among ghost hunters and thrill seekers.
Okay.
Unlike most cemeteries where graves are respectively sealed and maintained, this cemetery is littered with open graves.
Oh, ew, what? What's it called?
La Noria.
Maria or Noria?
Noria. Noria.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
Bitch, I spelled it right.
Oh, there's a vampire there? You gonna talk about the
I
vampire?
remember.
Oh.
Ew. No. Like a goose,
Oh, you got
It
goosebumps.
makes no sense.
It doesn't. Thank you.
I was hurt.
Here? You were hurt here?
Some coffins are visible, and even human remains, including bones and partially preserved buttock. I just said buttocks.
He said, that ass.
And partially preserved skeletons are disturbingly exposed to the elements. Whose butt you looking at, you weirdo?
I don't like it.
So they had a 6-inch.
Yes.
Okay.
There was a 6-inch tall human-like skeleton that was found in 2003. It was named the Atacama alien,
What?
but DNA research proves it's corpse of a child.
Yeah.
Because they were like, oh, it's so tiny, it's an alien.
No, it was probably just a miscarriage.
Probably.
If it was only 6 inches long.
Yeah.
That's bigger than most men's penises.
And locals and travelers.
Correct.
No, thank you.
Locals and travelers alike have shared spine-chilling tales of supernatural occurrences around the cemetery.
Not exactly.
Okay.
Many claim to have seen ghostly figures wandering among the graves at night. Their faint, translucent forms illuminated by the moonlight.
Creepy. I don't know if I like that.
Others report hearing disembodied voices, whispers, and even cries echoing through the desolate desert air. Some visitors have even described feeling an inexplicable presence as if unseen eyes were watching them from the shadows.
I don't like that either. It's like
Well-
Mothman.
One partially unsettling legend associated is the belief that the dead rise from their graves at night.
Okay, so zombies. Got
Zombies,
it.
yes. Witnesses have recounted seeing spectral apparitions of minors and children roaming in the abandoned streets of the town, creating an atmosphere of dread that lingers long after they have left.
Okay. Maybe that's what
Unfortunate.
he was talking about.
Probably.
Misha was eating her butt.
I think she was eating her butt.
Buttocks. He's like, stop the fucking dog from chewing her ass.
The fact that it said buttocks. The eerie activity reported in La Noria has made it a magnet for paranormal investigators and thrill seekers. Several teams of ghost hunters have traveled to the site equipped with cameras, voice recorders, and other tools to document evidence of the supernatural. Many have reported capturing unexplainable phenomena, including EVP recordings of voices speaking in Spanish. She came running. Mysterious shadows and orbs of light that defy explanation.
Consciousness.
Yeah, she is very conscious right now. I was about to literally say maybe she's not tired anymore. She had a little nap.
Interestingly, skeptics have tried to attribute the eerie sensations and reports of ghostly activity to the town's desolate and haunting atmosphere. The sight of human remains, combined with the isolation and stark beauty of the Atacama Desert, they argue, could easily provoke the imagination. Yet, even skeptics admit that there is something undeniably unsettling, and few leave the site unaffected.
I would just say all the fucking open graves is what's unsettling.
So, while it attracts curious visitors, its cemetery raises questions about ethics and respect. The exposed graves and human remains are a somber reminder of the people who once lived and worked in this harsh environment. Historians...
Thomas.
Oh, that was...
Yeah, that was...
Who's Thomas?
Oh, it wants Wayne's boyfriend. Historians and culture preservationists have called for better protection of the site to prevent further desecration, arguing that it's not only a historical treasure but also a sacred resting place.
Mm-hmm.
And that is it.
Can you hear it?
Can I hear what?
And that is it on the Noria Ghost Town.
I don't like it. I don't like the open grave part. That really...
I know. Yeah, like
But it said there was a
Buttocks.
vampire. Huh?
mine just said hole, yours just said buttocks.
Hole?
Yeah, mine said hole.
Sometimes.
So you're sometimes a butthole?
Give it to me.
You give it to me.
It wants your butt.
No, thank you. You cannot have it.
wants
I'm
your
using my butt right now. All right, so now we are going to talk about the Smurl Family
I
Hauntings.
want one.
Okay, so if you watched the last Conjuring movie, that's what it was about.
Oh, you're doing the last one?
Yeah, with the mirror.
Unquestionably.
Yeah, unquestionably.
Yeah.
So, in West Pittston, Pennsylvania, a quiet working-class neighborhood became home to one of the most disturbing and controversial... Who is Pamela? Controversial paranormal cases in American history. What began as a hopeful new start for the Smurl family slowly unraveled into a 13-year ordeal marked by escalating violence, psychological torment, alleged demonic oppression, and repeated failed attempts at spiritual intervention. Between 1973 and the late 1980s, the Smurl family claimed their duplex on Chase Street was plagued...
What's hidden?
I don't know. Was plagued by multiple supernatural entities.
You make no sense.
Some passive... What do you mean, go slowly? What?
Mine does like a little warning sign right here. That's why it's beeping.
Oh, mine doesn't get that high.
Mine's fucking high.
I don't know. Mine doesn't get that high. Between 1973 and the late 1980s, the Smurl family claimed their duplex on Chase Street was plagued by multiple supernatural entities, some passive, others violently aggressive, and one described as outright demonic. Unlike many hauntings that burn out quickly, the disturbances in the Smurl home intensified with time, evolving from subtle oddities into deeply personal traumatic attacks that affected every member of the household, including the dog.
I know. When that part popped up in the movie, I was like, no.
I was mad. Their story would eventually draw national media attention, divide religious authorities, enrage skeptics, and attract the involvement of famed paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. And you guys know how I feel about them.
Which I'm surprised you did a story with them.
Do not.
I guess you heard that. To believers, the Smurl haunting represents one of the clearest examples of long-term demonic infestation ever documented. To critics, it remains a cautionary tale of psychological stress, religious reinforcement, and mass suggestion. Regardless of belief, the sheer scale, duration, and impact of the case makes it impossible to ignore. So, Jack and Janet Smurl never sought fame, notoriety, or attention.
Absolutely not.
Yep, absolutely not. For what happened.
Yeah.
Their story begins not with ghosts, but with displacement. In 1972, Hurricane Agnes devastated northern Pennsylvania. What, they get hurricanes in Pennsylvania? I'm trying to move away from hurricanes. What the fuck?
It said, nope.
Causing catastrophic flooding in Wilkes Barre. Thousands of families were forced from their homes, including the Smurls. Searching for stability, Jack and Janet relocated their family to nearby West Pittston in August of 1973. They moved into a double-block duplex at 328 through 330 Chase Street, an aging but affordable home in a quiet neighborhood.
Prisoner? Prisoner of what?
They were prisoners in their home. Jack's parents, John and Mary Smurl, occupied the adjoining half, creating a multi-generational household. The home was over 80 years old, but structurally sound, and nothing about it suggested danger.
You just said leave you alone. So what do you want me to help you with? You just said leave you alone. Make up your mind, bitch.
Like, I need you to stop talking for a little bit, like, because we're trying to get through this. Okay? What is your name again? I don't remember.
Mine said Jude.
Jude. Well, I think Jude's mine because that name has been here
I know, because Jude popped up on mine, and then you just got Pamela.
But I also got Thomas.
You did.
Thomas, Pamela, Jude, whoever the fuck you are, can you, like, chill out for a second, okay?
Lucky.
Mm-hmm. Jack's parents, John and Mary Smurl, occupied the adjoining half, creating a multi-generational household. The home was over 80 years old, but structurally sound, and nothing about it suggested danger. So, like, it was in good condition. It was nice. The Smurls were devout Catholics, deeply involved in their parish, and known as a close, loving family. So, like, no documented abuse or substance use or anything like that.
No way.
Yeah, I know, right? The early months were uneventful. They painted, repaired, and settled into a routine life. For a brief time, the house felt like a refuge after a disaster, which is how your home should feel. That should be your safe space. But then the disturbances began. So at first, the occurrences were easy to dismiss. Janet noticed strange stains appearing on freshly cleaned carpets, as if someone as if something had seeped up from beneath the floor. Ugh.
Oh no.
Objects were occasionally misplaced, only to reappear in odd locations. Doors were found open when they had been shut. Then came the smells.
Not the smells.
Without warning, the house would fill with overpowering odors, sulfur, rotten eggs, decayed sewage, which usually indicates the presence of a demon. No, I don't want to shop. Okay. The smells were localized, intense, and fleeting, vanishing as suddenly as they appeared, so they didn't linger. Like, they'd pop up, you'd smell it, it's gone. Plumbers found nothing wrong. Neighbors reported no similar issues, so they were, like, trying to figure out if their sewer had been backed up, or their pipes were bad, or, whatever. Tunnel.
Leave me alone.
Okay. Soon after, unexplained noises followed. Loud knocking sounds echoed through the walls. Heavy footsteps paced hallways at night. Banging noises reverberated throughout the duplex, sometimes synchronized between both units. So if it was knocking in one unit, it was knocking in the in-laws unit. Beds began to shake violently. We're trying to, okay? Beds began to shake violently, sometimes hard enough to wake the entire house.
You told who?
Cold spots appeared in specific areas of the homes, regardless of the season. Family members felt sudden drops in temperature, accompanied by nausea, dizziness, or an overwhelming sense of dread. Again, a demon. At this stage, the Smurls still searched for rational explanation. Old house, stress, imagination, wonky pipes,
they're
whatever.
Like trying to think of something.
They're trying to figure it out. As months turned into years, the activity grew increasingly aggressive. Objects were hurled across rooms with force. Chairs, lamps, religious items. They didn't care. They picked it up. They hummed it. Scratching sounds echoed inside walls, followed by deep gouges appearing on furniture and skin. Family members awoke with unexplained scratches, welts, and bruises. I do that also.
Yeah.
It's not a ghost. Yeah, okay.
It's judging your ass.
One of the most alarming incidents involved the family's German Shepherd. According to the Smurls, the dog was lifted and violently thrown against a wall by an unseen force.
Bro.
Afterward,
so sad.
Afterward, the animal refused to enter certain rooms and displayed signs of extreme fear, whimpering, cowering, and barking at an empty space. Again, the beds shook violently at night, sometimes completely lifting off the floor. Jack and Janet described feeling as though the house itself was alive, reacting, watching, waiting for them to fall asleep so they could do whatever they had to do, right?
Help me.
You just said leave you alone. What do you want me to help you with?
Thank you.
What is that?
You're funny. Neighbors reported hearing blood-curdling screams coming from the home, sometimes during periods when the family was not even there.
Oh, that's creepy as fuck.
Visitors described intense unease, headaches, nausea, or the sensation of being watched. I promise you, one time in that house, I would not come back. Okay, I figured that. The most controversial claims were sexual assaults and violations. The most disturbing aspect of the Smurl case are also the most debated. Jack Smurl claimed that over several years he was repeatedly sexually assaulted by an invisible female entity while lying in bed.
You're foolish.
He described sensations of pressure, forced contact, paralysis, and physical violation.
Who will touch me? Who are you talking about?
The ghost who was sexually assaulting Jack
Bird?
Smurl.
What bird?
The bird will touch you.
Why is mine peace?
Experience is consistent in demonological terms with a succubus, or a female demon believed to prey upon men during their sleep. Janet Smurl reported similar attacks. She described being pinned down, groped, beaten, and restrained by unseen hands. She claimed she was thrown across the room, struck repeatedly, and terrorized during periods of prayer. These incidents left both emotionally shattered. Sleep became impossible, and anxiety became constant. Like, duh. Like, I would be living in so much fear. Although I'd be fighting back somehow. Get that goddamn sage out.
Assuredly.
The family lived in a state of perpetual hypervigilance. Critics later argued these experiences could be explained by sleep paralysis or trauma. So we are going to go over sleep paralysis, like in one of the episodes. However, the Smurls maintained their accounts consistently for decades, even under intense public scrutiny and ridicule. As devout Catholics, the Smurls turned to the church. Over the years, numerous priests had visited the home, performed blessings, prayers, and other informal rites. Holy water was sprinkled fucking everywhere. Crucifixes were placed in every goddamn room. For brief periods, it did seem to lessen the activity in the home, but when it came back, it was tenfold.
It said, bitch, try to get rid of me.
During prayers, violent reactions occurred. Objects flew, furniture shook, loud banging erupted as if in response to the rituals themselves. So, like, you know, when you see in the movies, a demon's being exorcised, they're, like, freaking out, right? So, some clergy privately expressed concern while others refused to continue involvement, citing skepticism or fear. The church was hesitant to authorize a formal exorcism requiring extensive evidence and a psychiatric evaluation. So that's like one of the things the church does do before they move forward with an exorcism is they need to know that you are mentally sound. This delay frustrated the family and deepened their sense of abandonment. So they felt like the church was like not really there for them to help in this case where demons are, and the church should be your resort. It should stay. Okay. By the early 1980s, local media became aware of the case. Once the story broke, the Smurls' lives were turned completely upside down. Reporters flooded Chase Street. Paranormal investigators, skeptics, thrill seekers, and tourists followed them everywhere. And the home became a spectacle. So, like, the streets were lined with people. People couldn't get in and out of their own driveways to leave because there were so many people trying to get into these people's houses. Some neighbors supported the family. Others accused them of fabrication, hysteria, or attention-seeking. Talk shows mocked their claims. Psychologists suggested mass delusion. The pressure was relentless. They could not live peacefully. One, because the house was already trying to kill them. But on top of that, they had the press and skepticists and hundreds of people just flocking to their homes, stalking them, watching their every move. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't relax. They couldn't do anything. No. Yet, despite years of ridicule, the Smurls never recanted, so they never, like, backed up and were like, just kidding, none of this ever happened.
Felt like this shit is happening to us. Right. Like, we're not making this shit up.
Exactly. It was during this period and more than a decade of alleged terror that they contacted Ed and Lorraine Warren. By 1986, Ed and Lorraine Warren were already among the most famous paranormal investigators in the world. I'm pretty sure literally everybody has heard of Ed and Lorraine. Yeah. They founded the New England Society for Psychic Research, or the NESPR, in 1952. Ed Warren was a self-taught demonologist and former U.S. Navy veteran. Lorraine claimed lifelong clairvoyant abilities, describing herself as a trance medium capable of seeing auras, spirits, and emotional imprints left behind by trauma. Together, they investigated hundreds of cases, including Amityville Horror, the Perrin Family Haunting, Annabelle the Doll, the Enfield Poltergeist, just to name a few. Their methods were deeply religious, rooted in Catholic demonology, though they were never officially sanctioned by the church. They were revered by believers and relentlessly criticized by skeptics because they deserved it. Moving on. When the Warrens entered the Smurl home in January of 1986, Lorraine claimed she immediately sensed multiple entities. According to the Warrens, the house was occupied by 4 distinct presences. One was an elderly woman who wandered quietly, so obviously not the source of the problem. A violent young girl responsible for poltergeist activity, so part of the problem. A sorrowful adult male tied to the property, not really a problem. And then a powerful demonic force controlling the others. So he was a problem. Very charming. Yeah. Examine. No. Lorraine described seeing dark masses moving through rooms. Ed reported hearing threatening voices during prayers.
Whose leg?
Messages such as, quote, "Get out," allegedly appeared smeared on the mirrors. Gregorian chants provoked violent reactions. Furniture shook, objects flew, knocking erupted in direct response to prayer. So it was the same as it was before, but now it was more violent.
It was plausible, yes.
The Warrens documented cold zones, audio recording of rapping sounds, and shadow figures. Lorraine described the Smurls as, quote, chosen, framing their suffering as a prolonged spiritual battle. Chosen by who, exactly?
Deceive.
Chosen by who?
Exactly.
Succeed.
The demons? Or are they chosen by the demons?
Like, the fuck?
For being religious fanatics who have crosses and Bibles in every fucking room. Who chose them? How were they able to be chosen?
Exactly.
One of numerous problems with the Warrens. Over several years, multiple exorcisms were performed, Catholic and Episcopal. None brought lasting relief. In 1987, after nearly 14 years,
You already asked me that.
the Smurls fled the Chase Street home, but the haunting allegedly followed them. Black masses were seen, noises continued. So it wasn't the home, it was the people. Finally, in the early 1990s, a secretive Catholic exorcism was performed. The details of this do remain confidential. The family claims that the activity permanently ended after that. So thankfully, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jack Smurl died in 2017. Janet and their daughters continue to live near West Pittston and report no further disturbances. So once that final exorcism was done, it was over for everybody. The Smurl haunting inspired the book The Haunted, a 1991 TV movie, and later influenced the Conjuring franchise, which I said this is about that, the last rites or whatever it was. Ed and
No, you
Lorraine.
can stay here. You're not following me.
Ed and Lorraine Warren often cited it as one of their most dangerous cases. I think in the movie, like, this was their final case.
Yeah, they said, "Who's Brittany?"
See? Yeah, this was our final case, like, in the movie. So I'm guessing it was our final case in real life, too. And in the movie, their daughter got involved.
Yeah, because that what really like drew the line was after.
Yeah, their daughter got involved. So I don't know, like, if that is truth. I didn't find that in any of the research, but it could have been artistic liberties, or
Yeah.
it could have really happened and it just wasn't an integral part of the story. But she, like, Ed and Lorraine initially didn't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, we have to help these people. So skeptics argue the case reflects psychological trauma, sleep disorders, religious enforcement, and mass hysteria. Believers see it as one of the most compelling cases of demonic oppression ever recorded. Either way, the Smurl Family Hauntings remain one of the longest, most detailed, and most unsettling paranormal cases in American history. It is a story not just about ghosts, but about faith, fear, and the human cost of living with the unknown. I believe it happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe
The fact that they didn't change their story at all.
At all.
For all those
years. They never recounted, you know, and I think, like, Ed and Lorraine were notorious for over-exaggerating things.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying these things didn't happen, because if they believe it happened, then they believe it happened, right?
Yeah.
But, like, with Amityville, so much is, like, over-exaggerated.
Yeah.
With a shovel, apparently.
With a shovel.
So,
Where are you walking?
I thought that I'm talking. Like, bitch, you give a fuck. This is my
I
house.
said I'm walking.
So yeah, that was a really short episode. Because we know we've given you guys like 3 really long episodes.
That's mine.
Okay. This past 2 weeks, I try to balance it, but you know, sometimes I just get into research and the story is so good, or there's just so much information that there's no way I can cut it down. And then you think it's like a really, really, really good story and you're going to get a lot of information, but like you end up with 4 pages because
I live here.
every research,
Monster.
whatever,
Mine said monster twice.
gives you the same information. So, thank you guys again for your support. Hope you enjoyed listening to Jude, Pamela, Brittany. I think those were the only names.
I was hurting.
Sorry. It's apparently hurting right now. I think I hurt its feelings, but I don't know its name. It just keeps throwing out names, so they can fix it.
Traveling.
Yeah, we're going to be traveling, or she's going to be traveling. Anyway, you guys can support us on patreon.com/haunted and homicidal. You can always send in your own stories or suggestions to hauntedandhomicidal @gmail.com. And then you can find all the pictures and all the links, if we do a link or whatever, in our Facebook, facebook.com/hauntedandhomicidal. Hope you enjoyed our stories for this week. I am exhausted. We have been yawning for the past 4 fucking hours, and I'm over it. Okay, love you. Bye.